So today I wanted to demonstrate how to put a lapped zipper into a garment. This would be my preferred zipper if I choose not to use an invisible zipper. The nylon zippers are a little bit stronger than invisible zippers, so if it's going to be in an area that takes a lot of stress, I would use a nylon zipper over an invisible zipper. So I have put these in the side seam or the center back seam of a skirt or a dress, and I wanted to show this very easy way to create a lapped zipper. Now, the first thing you're going to do with any zipper, and I did not do it on this because it's just a sample, but you would want to put a strip of interfacing along where the zipper is going to be. That offers stability, it keeps it from stretching out when you're working on it, but like I said, I'm not doing this on this particular zipper because it is just a sample. And I wanted to show you this because with any nylon zipper you can cut it to whatever length you need it to be. So I have stitched together just a little piece of fabric, and you can see here that if this were going into a garment, I would need to have the zipper end right here. The way you can shorten your zipper is to do a zigzag stitch. That's the correct length, and then you can trim it off. So I set my machine to a wide zigzag, like a 5.5 or a 6.0, and then set it so that it's not going to go forward at all. And once you do that, you can just zigzag across the zipper teeth. So just like I've done there, and then you can cut the zipper off right here. That way you can shorten it to whatever length you need for your garment. Now the next thing you would do for whatever garment you're working on is to sew the seam that is going to be underneath. So as you can see, I've got my 5/8 inch seam, and I've stitched it up to the point where I'm going to place the zipper. Then I put my zipper foot on the machine and I bump the needle over a few. I'm going to unzip the zipper to where it stops there, and I am just going to place the folded edge, because what I've done here, when I pressed my seam allowance open, I pressed it open all the way to the top at 5/8 of an inch on both sides. I love this method because it doesn't require any basting of any kind, and I've taught this with beginning students, and pretty much everybody has success with this. So like I say, I stick with it. Then you're going to want to stitch right next to the zipper. So I've got the folded edge of the zipper right next to the teeth, and I'm going to stitch close to the folded edge. And when I get close to where the zipper ends, I will leave my needle in the fabric and pick up my foot and close the zipper, because you want the zipper back up at the top. And then I set my foot back down, and I'm going to stitch until I get to the bottom of the opening. At this point, I pick up my foot, and you'll see the needle is still in the fabric, and I'm pivoting, and I carefully place this folded edge so that it's just covering the previous stitching line. Then I set my foot down and I use the hand wheel to turn so that it just takes maybe 4 or 5 stitches. That's all you need to get past the zipper teeth. And I have my stitch length set at 2.5 because that's what I would normally be stitching with. Okay, so now to go back up the other side, you just want your folded edge to cover the stitching line, and you're going to stitch nice and evenly along here. Now, if you have trouble, if you're a newer seamstress and you have trouble getting a straight line, you can always mark that line with a washable marking pen, or you can use that 1/4-inch quilter's tape or a painter's tape and just tape it on there to use as a guideline. But I've been doing this for many, many years, and so I'm gonna just go for it here. And again, when I get close to that zipper, the top here, then you're going to leave your needle in the machine, pick the foot up, open up the zipper, and put the foot back down, and you can see here that the cut edge is about aligned with the edge of the zipper. So you want to keep it in that position and finish your stitching to the end. And there you have it. You've got your zipper put in. You can see I've used a zipper that doesn't match, but you can't see the zipper at all. This little section at the top, I don't know if you realize this, but they make that 5/8 of an inch, so that then if this is going into a waistband, that would, the waistband would have a hook and eye and it would cover it up, and you've got your zipper perfectly placed and put in. So if I'm not doing it in front of the camera, I typically don't get this little zigzag here. But I highly recommend this method for putting a zipper in because it's so quick, it's so easy, and if you feel like you need to practice it to be successful, just put a basting stitch in, and you know, a long stitch of a 4 or 5, and then it will come out quite easily if you know you feel like you need to practice a few more times. And at this point I would also whack off this excess at the that I didn't need. So I hope that's helpful to you, and will allow you the opportunity to try some of these lapped zippers in your garments. I do think they look much more professional than a centered zipper. If you enjoyed this video and want to be notified when I post more videos, please consider hitting the subscribe button below.